edition of ProWrestling.me News. Of course, you got your host here. You got your sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio, Boom Boom, here shaking the room. Joined, of course, by LK from Smark and Mark Radio and the huge one, Dave Coco. And, gentlemen, we posted it on our website. If you haven't heard the news by now, apparently you've been living on a cave on Mars. But if you go to ProWrestling.me, it's our lead story. The knee injury that we reported last night during our NXT review about Seth Rollins being injured at a house show in Ireland. We've got new information about that. Came down the pipeline today. It is serious. Seth Rollins, he tore his MCL, his ACL, and his medial meniscus. It doesn't take a doctor, it doesn't take a genius to tell you that he's in a world of hurt right now. He has been stripped of the WWE World Heavyweight Title. The WWE is now scrambling. They are saying now they will hold a tournament at this year's King of the Ring coming up in just a few weeks. That is going to be on the, I believe it's the 22nd of this month, and they will crown a new champion. So real quick before we get into everything, Dave, just what do you think about this whole situation here going on?
I think it's time for Kane to step down. And you could be like, oh, it was an accident. There's too many accidents and not all that, but every time, I'm not blaming Kane, but the thing is, all right, great wrestlers go against Kane, get injured. And there has to be a point where a curse is in effect. Second off, every time there's a great wrestler, they're like, oh, he's not getting over. Yeah, but they always put him in a feud with Kane. John Cena, Randy Orton don't have to feud with Kane. On top of that, it's just sad, and this is it. Like, now WWE is going to have to eat crow. I just hope this doesn't lead to John Cena coming back early. But when you don't invest in your company and you only invest in one or two stars, this is going to be big news. And the Attitude Era, we wouldn't even blinked an eye at this. And we're like, oh, man, that sucks. Champ injured. Can't wait for the next star to show up.
Now, Dave, I got to ask you a question, though, as I break the seal on this jar of moonshine here. Did you watch the video of the spot? Did you watch video
yes,
of
the I watched the video of the spot.
I got to be honest, Dave. How can you blame Kane? This was a stunt.
I'm just saying. Like,
over the top, and he just landed wrong. It just looked like an accident, pure and simple.
Okay, I don't want to blame Kane for this direct injury. I just want to blame him for fucking everything sucking. All right, I want to be clear. Maybe this direct injury doesn't matter, but how come they always have to go against Kane? How come there's always injuries? It's just fucking bullshit. And I'm not blaming Kane for this injury. I'm just blaming him for fucking life sucking. I want to be clear. He's not the reason for the injury. He's the reason why life sucks. When you wake up in the morning and you're like, man, I'm fucking dying of a rare disease. That's Kane's fault.
Shit.
Are you okay there, champ? But no, it just fucking shows WWE booking. Because what if he was feuding with Cesaro right now? What if he was feuding with anyone? Then we'd be excited. But no, he's feuding with Kane. He's feuding with fucking Roman Reigns. It's just I'm tired of fucking real wrestlers busting their ass, getting injured, just so that they get handed to fucking the chosen ones or friends of the family and all that bullshit. It's aggravating because, how many times, and the thing is, everyone talks, especially Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon talks about this brass ring. What brass ring did John Cena have to go through? He was chosen from day one. What brass ring did Randy Orton have to go through? What brass ring did Dave Bautista have to go through? They're not going through what Daniel Bryan has to go through. They're not going what Seth Rollins has to go through. So when they go and they get fucking injured because they have to wrestle more, they have to bust their ass more, they have to do more because, God forbid, we let the best wrestlers who connect with the crowd get over, and then that's it. Then you have super safe underwear models wrestling, and it's a boring fucking product. So, I'm just angry at WWE all together because this shouldn't be a problem. Seth Rollins going down shouldn't be a problem. But it's a huge fucking problem because they don't build stars. They only have select chosen ones. And, let's talk about be a star. What are we telling kids here? Well, let's be honest. We're telling kids don't try hard. Kiss ass, know the right person, and hope you are good-looking or big. That's what we're teaching kids. Hard work does not benefit. Let's be completely honest. Look what Daniel Bryan, look what Seth Rollins had to do compared to a Randy Orton or John Cena or Dave Bautista.
Whoa. Hold the fort on Randy Orton, because if you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, it looks
fuck
like
you,
Randy Orton,
LK.
right?
You're part of the problem. You're part of the fucking problem here. You're a fucking Kane fan. Listen, I would say do it in the live comments, but I apologize. YouTube sucks cock. If you want to hit us in a conversation, hit at Twitter, because we can't do live comments because, dude, I fucking hate Google.
Yeah, tell everybody our Twitter address just one more time.
Yeah, it's at KocoSports, at KOCO Sports, and we'll try to hit you up, and we're going to try to push ProWrestling.me more. He's going to be out. I'm reading this on ProWrestling.me. It's posted by, hold on, I want to make sure I give the guy who posted on .me the right props. Herman Fredrickson. Herman Fredrickson, much love. He has breaking news. Rollins out 6 to 9 months. WWE to hold a tournament to crown the new champion. And, you know, David Cooey stole something that Boom Boom stole and all that. It's just a tournament for the WWE title, and Reigns is every fucking name. It does feel that way. We put a link down in doobly-doo. If you comment on it, we'll also try to get it during the live show. But they're planning on to have a tournament. And here's the thing. This could really, really help WWE be shot up, you know, bring it new life, bring it new stars. But it's not going to. Roman Reigns is going to win. I don't want to give a spoiler, but here's the odd-on favorites from Vegas. Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Those are your fucking favorites.
Booking odds? No, really. Go on.
So, like, it's just, no, like, right now, if you get a Cesaro, a Dean Ambrose, you can really fucking turn this company around for the better. The booking has improved for the last 2 weeks. I know TNA fans don't think so, but they don't like anything. But it's improved a little by little, and there's no John Cena, there's no Randy Orton. Hopefully there'll be less Kane. This could be a time that they get, because you got to remember, when did WWE become really good? When someone punched it in the mouth. And maybe there is no WCW. Maybe there is no NWA, AWA. Maybe those days are gone. There's no real competition. But if everyone's hurt, Orton, Cena, Nikki Bella, maybe if they're all hurt, good wrestlers will shine. Because that's when the Bret Hart era happened. That's when the Attitude era happened. Everyone's like, wow, Vince is a genius. That shit would have never happened if he didn't get punched in the face by WCW and NWA and all those guys. Never. All his good shit has come from him getting punched in the fucking mouth and having to do something. He's been fat and lazy for too fucking long. And this tournament could change things. Or we could boo Roman Reigns again. Remember that last year, guys? So yeah, I hope the tournament does something good. LK, we put you last because you son of a bitch, you're fucking like, oh, Kane's not bad, Randy Orton's not bad. What do you got to say about this whole situation?
Why the hate on Kane, you son of a bitch?
Dude, no, because every time someone is talented, they have to feud with them. And then fucking the WWE fucking suck-cock machine goes, oh, look, the ratings are down. No shit. They're fucking feuding with Kane. And then you gotta fucking bust your goddamn ass because you gotta carry this fat fucking asshole that should have been retired in 20... Matter of fact, should have never been a pro wrestler. You gotta fucking carry his fucking fat ass around, and then eventually you're gonna get fucking injured and go, well, I guess we have to go back to John Cena. John Cena, hey, I don't give a guy fucking compliments, but I'm gonna give him one right now. He's smart enough not to wrestle Kane.
Whoa. It's deep. I think I might have to go on a grudge against you, Dave, for about 5 seconds, you piece of shit. What's Kane ever done to you? Kane's put his body on the line for you for nearly 20 years, been a loyal son of a bitch, and you come on here calling him a fat piece of shit who should never have been a pro wrestler. Absolute filth. Anyway, I think what's going to happen with this is going to...
I just want to say something. I kind of agree with you, but I don't think Kane goes out there and it's like, you know what, I'm going to take this chokeslam for Dave Koco. Let's not get fucking real there, all right? Let's get fucking real. Like, he's like, you know what? I'm going to take this chokeslam for Dave Koco. This one's for you, Dave Koco. No. Go on, okay?
I just think it's going to blow up in their face because what's going to happen is Reigns is going to win. Every mother, daughter, son, grandfather, granddad, friend knows that Reigns is going to win. That's just going to happen. And it's going to be like in Philadelphia at the Rumble this year. They're going to boo Reigns out of the building. Now, there is a way out of that. You know, maybe have him join the Authority, and then when Rollins comes back, have a face Rollins versus a heel Reigns. But they're not going to do that. They're going to have the crowd boo Reigns out of the building. And that's what's going to happen. And they're going to say, oh, but why? We gave you a tournament. We gave you Star. What's going to happen is Ziggler or Kevin Owens or someone will get to the final. We'll all be sat there with our hands crossed saying, yes, this is going to be Kevin Owens' night. This is going to be Dolph Ziggler's night. No, it'll be Reigns' night. But I do like the concept of... One of my favorite underrated shows is WrestleMania 4 when they had the 16-man tournament for the vacant championship when Hogan and Andre had that fucking gimmick going on. So I just think, you know, it's a shame for Rollins because obviously he worked so hard to get where he was and just to be torn away because of a bad landing. But maybe you shouldn't be doing sunset flip power bombs on a house show. But boom, me all right over there, myself. What's going on?
Dude, I'm drinking real booze, by the way.
All right,
we've got an alcoholic
You're supposed to be the straight man there, champ. You're supposed to be the guy that's grinding this bus. And I
know, I am. I'm the straight man, you're gay. This is how this works.
Anyway, yeah, so happy birthday. Is it still your birthday over there in America?
Yes, still my birthday, so I'm drinking hooch. I probably need to mix this with more like apple cider. Like I had a craving for apple pie, which is moonshine. You kind of mix it with some apples and cinnamon. And to me, it just tastes like straight fucking liquor that they just put a little cinnamon in there to kind of cover it up. You cannot taste the apples whatsoever. So, whew.
Gotcha. Weird fact about alcohol, and I don't know why. Like, this is just a weird fact about me and alcohol. And then we'll get back to the tournament and some tournament questions. I can't get drunk off anything but beer. Like, if you give me sake, moonshine, vodka, you know, anything hard liquor, doesn't affect me. And, like, you get me, like, 3 beers, and I'm like, let me tell you something. This is why I love you. And, like, I get all drunk and stumbly. And, like, statistically, like, science should say that's wrong. Like, yeah, like, I remember I went out drinking. I don't drink very often. I drink, like, maybe once or twice a year. I went out drinking with my wife, and we got a bunch of highballs. And that's a Japanese drink. I'm sure they sell them outside of Japan. And I was just downing them like it was fucking water. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then, like, another time I got, like, 2 beers. And I'm like, let me tell you something, honey. I think I could do it. Hold my beer. You know, I turn into that drunk. So, yeah. But, all right, let's stop talking about the booze there, Stone Cold. And, tournament. Hey, I think we can all agree this makes Survivor Series a lot more exciting.
It definitely does. If you'll let me jump in here for a second. Now, this is not unprecedented because, believe it or not, if you want to go all the way back, it was 1998 at the Survivor Series where they did a one-night tournament. That's when The Rock won his first then WWF championship. I look at it this way. I think this is a golden opportunity for WWE with Orton being on the shelf, with John Cena being on hiatus, now with Seth Rollins being down and out, with Brock Lesnar being a part-timer. I think this is the perfect opportunity for WWE to take a chance, roll the dice, create a new star, get behind somebody, but as Dave Coco constantly says, WWE's not in the business of being awesome, so they could either go with Reigns, Sheamus, but I do believe, and this is just me going like crazy here, I think the wild card in this would be Alberto Del Rio, would be a wild card. He would be like, you know, okay, let's just say Vince McMahon had a couple shots too many. Who's he go with? Okay, Del Rio. But I think I agree with you. I think the safe bet is Reigns, but I'm not sure. I'm not completely confident that they're going to do that. I think they've got a plan.
How about this? This is my question. We'll go across the board. What percentage do you think Reigns wins? Like, do you think it's 100% lock, 90%? What do you think the percentage of Roman Reigns winning? And then what would make you the most high fives, and what would you do as a booker? So those are 3 questions. The percentage of Roman Reigns winning, what would it do? Like, we come on after Survivor Series and we're high-fiving. We're like, that was the greatest fucking tournament ever. How does that go as a fan? And what would you do if you were in WWE's shoes? We'll start with LK. We'll start with Birthday Boy. Let's go Birthday Boy. He's not going to be sober by the time LK's finished.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, as far as percentage-wise, if it was like Vegas odds, I go 1 to 2. maybe an 85% chance of Reigns winning it. However, now as far as people to put in it, I would put in Owens, Del Rio. This is just tournament. I would also put in, let's see here.
Who would you have? Who would the question? Who would you be most high-fiving over? Like if this guy won, you just come on going, oh my God, this is awesome. Who is
without
your
a doubt,
awesome?
Without a doubt, it would be Cesaro.
All right. And who do you think? What would you do if you were in WWE? Would you go with the high five? Would you go with the high fives, or would you go with something else?
I would go. I don't know if I would go directly with Cesaro if I was booking, but I would definitely take a chance. I would take a chance and say, okay, our guys are out. It's time for you guys on the undercard to step up. It's time for you to grab the brass ring, and then book somebody that has never won a championship like that to be the champion.
All right.
However, I'm thinking they could do a moment. Remember when Daniel Bryan won the title at SummerSlam,
and then Sheamus comes in and cashes in.
Yeah, then Orton came in and cashed in. Same concept.
Do you think Sheamus cashes in now that there's a tournament? It would be the perfect opportunity to cash in.
Yeah, I think it speeds up. I think it speeds up the timeline. I mean, I can see that. Can't you imagine something like this? Dean Ambrose wins. Like he's somebody that put in the tournament. Can you imagine that? Dean Ambrose wins, or he's on the verge of winning, and then Sheamus pulls a Seth Rollins. He cashes in the middle of the match. In the finals, gives somebody like that bro kick, gets the pin, and snatches victory out of somebody else's hands.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Sheamus the Money in the Bank briefcase just raised in value. LK, percentage of Roman Reigns actually winning this. What gives you the most high fives pumped up for WWE product winning, and what would you do if you were booking?
Percentage-wise, I think 75. I think I was leaning towards 85 like Booms, but I thought they're not going to be that stupid to the point where they're just going to get their next superstar wink, wink, nudge, nudge, the big boo out of the building. I mean, they did it before. They were angry about that. So maybe they're not that thick, but then again, it is WWE. High five from a fan. I would say a Ziggler-Cesaro final, Cesaro getting the win. Because I'm going to be honest, the pops he's been getting recently have actually been really big. Like, his music came on, his little firing gimmick, Schneebits, whatever the fuck it is, it came up, and there was a really big pop on Raw, which really did make me happy. So, fan-wise, Cesaro, Ziggler, 20-25 minutes, clinic, Ziggler makes Cesaro look like a fucking machine. But if this was me booking it, I'd have an Ambrose versus Reigns final. I'd have Dean Ambrose win, and then Reigns turn heel on Dean Ambrose, heading to a big Reigns versus Ambrose feud at WrestleMania.
No Sheamus in the factor?
No, Sheamus needs to keep that in a while. He needs to, because he's doing this shit with Barrett at the moment. It's just, he's losing on TV too much. I think they need to build him up a bit. When Cena comes back, I'm dreading to say this, but give Cena to Sheamus. And I think that Reigns versus Ambrose for the title, have Reigns win as a heel, and then as, for instance, Rollins, okay, him as a heel, when he turns face, because he is such a good heel, he's automatically going to be a fucking amazing babyface. Like Kevin Owens, when he turns babyface, the pop's going to be outrageous. If Reigns comes out and says in front of a crowd, look, I deserve to be champion, look at me, I'm Samoan, I'm the cousin of The Rock, I deserve this. I think they could go down that route, and I think as a heel, I think I could get behind this piece of shit.
It's okay. There's some people speculating that when Seth Rollins comes back, he's going to follow the Triple H formula. He'll come back, but when he comes back, it'll be as a face, because that's what happened with Triple H. Remember, that's when he completely tore his. I think he either messed up his knee or tore. It was either the injury where he tore his knee, where he messed up his knee, or he tore his quad right off the bone. And then he was out, and then he came back, and there's just like this huge ovation for him, despite the fact that he was a bad guy all the way up to that point. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen with Seth Rollins. He is going to, I mean, the way he went out, it's so sympathetic. I mean, he was just doing a simple spot. He just planted his foot wrong, and he hurts his knee. They immediately strip him of the title. He's out. He's going to be back somewhere between May and August. And when he comes back, there's going to be a huge pop. I think he has to be a babyface.
And you've got an automatic feud with Reigns, because if Reigns is heel, say he wins the belt from Ambrose at TLC or Rumble, Then you can have Reigns established heel versus Rollins now established face, and you can do the story bit and switch with Rollins regaining the title.
All right. I think I just don't have faith in WWE. I'm a 90%, and I feel that's low. Like, I'm like 90% Reigns wins, and I think that's low. And I think the high fives would be Cesaro. I think it would be like the high five moments where, like, hey, Cesaro finally got his. But if I was booking, I don't think I'd have Cesaro win. I would have Dean Ambrose. I'd have Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose cost Roman Reigns the match by accident, and then Roman Reigns turn heel, and that would be a high mid-card feud. And I would even have Roman Reigns, like, both members of the Shield cost each other. And then you can have a really high feud with no title. Then I would have the finals, Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler. And I would save Dolph Ziggler's career while saving the WWE. I would just have him shoot. He's a stand-up comedian. He's very angry. He knows he's sold out. He knows he's the best. Can you imagine a tweener Dolph Ziggler, angry, loose on the promos, where, like, you just go out there and say whatever you want? Not only that, but kind of recreates that, and it gives the Attitude Era. Then you have Cesaro chasing Ziggler, heel Ziggler, and then you have the two Shield guys going at it. And then I would even tease Sheamus coming down, but I wouldn't. I would have because I would be pushing Ziggler pretty hard as, you know, like a CM Punk type. I don't know, like, not exactly, but a little loose with the mouth, and a little bit of a Stone Cold. You know, like, there's the. I don't want to say that it would be exactly like that, but he'd be free to say more stuff than he's been allowed to. You know what I mean? And Sheamus would come down and they would tease it, but I would just have him tease it. I wouldn't have him cash in because Ziggler's too pumped up and ready to go, so he just decides to back down. Plus, I would have it where, and the main reason I wouldn't have Sheamus cash it in is because I would wait till the new Ninja Turtles come out. I mean, I know it's very business-like, but you got to think like that if you're in WWE. I would not have Sheamus cash that in until Ninja Turtles were on the red carpet, and then I think he's Bebop. Am I correct about that, nerds?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Bebop. I could be wrong. It might be Rocksteady. He's either Rocksteady or Bebop, and I apologize. Oh, he's probably Rocksteady now that I think about it. But anyway, he's one of the two main characters that people have been waiting for forever to be in movies. I would have him not cash it in until then, so that when he's on the red carpet, because even though I hate Michael Bay, for some reason people flock to his shitty-ass movies, I would have Sheamus as the champion during that time. So that's what I would do. All right, you want to go to some live comments before we wrap this bad boy up, and then I'll have our last word?
Go for it.
All right, on ProWrestling.me, I'm going to refresh, see if there's anyone put any live comments. We're going to probably push ProWrestling.me a lot harder because YouTube and Facebook and all that has really been fucking with us, and this week we have to start pushing it hard. Johnny says,
he is rock steady, by the way.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir. Johnny says, not sure what's going to happen, but if Sheamus, Reigns, or Cena, if he comes back, wins, they'll be booed out of the building. I hope Ambrose pulls it off either way. Survivor Series just became a must-watch special. David Cooey posted the tournament bracket that Boom Boom sent out. It was I don't know who originally made the meme. I don't want to sound like, but it has the tournament and it has the title, and everyone in the tournament is Reigns. Reigns. Zachary, who's been putting up some amazing stuff on ProWrestling.me, wrote a long comment. I don't like Seth Rollins, the character, but that's fucked up for the athlete and human being who betrays him. I wish him a speedy recover. I hope he won't be a bitch when he returns. Yeah, and that's where the Triple H factor comes in, that Boom Boom and LK we're talking about. That is not cool at all. I just realized it's not good to be a former ROH champion in WWE. Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, feuded with Kane, and a serious injury came. Rollins feuded with Kane, then same thing happened to him. Who is next? The only former ROH World Champions is Kevin Owens. He calls him Kevin Steen because he won't use his... I'm going to read it, but it's not my words. His slave name. And Samoa Joe shakes head. As far as the tournament...
as well, wasn't it?
A couple NXT guys.
Punk left after Kane chokeslammed him.
Yeah. No, whatchamacallit, I was gonna say, yeah, from CM Punk too. But no, sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. I'll just keep reading the comics. I don't know what the hell I was supposed to say. It's time that WWE stop the favoritism. Give it to a former WWE champion on the main roster who deserves it. I say one of these guys: Kofi Kingston, Cesaro, Dean Ambrose, Wade Barrett, and Neville. And Boom Boom. It feels weird Boom Boom being on the show, but I wanted to read all the comments. Boom Boom, this could be. Let me see if I can do a Boom Boom voice. I'm Boom Boom, and I hate Dave. This could be interesting. Fuck Dave. And WWE could take a huge chance and put the title on an up-and-comer like Cesaro. I can't talk like Boom Boom. Ambrose or Owens, but WWE isn't in the business of being awesome. He steals my line. Hates me, but steals my line. Some more than likely they'll go with Sheamus or Reigns, but I could also see Del Rio as a wild card. I think, you know what, I will back off bashing Del Rio if he wins the title in this tournament, because at least when he sold out, he got the title. Selling out your country and your friends for the U.S. title seems kind of silly. All right, let me refresh. I apologize, there's no live comments on YouTube. Once again, that's a Google decision, not us. And fuck you, Google. Twitter, we got American Alucard. Oh, American Alucard's going to come back soon in the rotation. He's been MIA. I got to send American Alucard a gift. I got American Alucard a gift. And Boom Boom, you know how bad I am at sending people stuff.
Yes.
For the past 2 weeks, WWE has been good. I think so. A lot of people have been bashing it. Along with TNA and ROH, finally WWE is pulling its weight. Yeah, I haven't watched TNA since the incident. Sorry, I stuttered there. And for some reason, I don't know why. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to watch TNA because I'm Matt Hardy. And I stopped watching ROH. Granted, I'm doing NaNoWriMo, books coming out, businesses, YouTube, but I shouldn't. I should be watching ROH more. And American Alucard says, Boom Boom, another Del Rio world title run? And then he has a funny picture of a man looking like he smelled a fart. I think it's Titus O'Neil. All right. Boop, 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 boom. Franielli says, Boom Boom gotcha, LOL. Boom Boom gets the best of me sometimes. But, you know, he's an old man, and it's his birthday. I have to let him go sometimes. I was expecting LK to state his desire for Kane to win the upcoming tournament and become the new WWE champion. Yeah, you really let Franielli down with your Kane fucking love.
You know, I gotta go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
What you were gonna say? Go for it.
I was just going to say, do you think they're going to use this as an opportunity maybe to call somebody up from NXT?
I hope so. I think this is a great time for that to happen. You know,
they could do. I mean, if they're worried about the people not knowing who the NXT guys are, one, the Survivor Series will be on the WWE Network. Everyone who owns the WWE Network watches NXT, and also they got another 2 weeks of Raw where they could do qualifiers for the tournament, and they could have some NXT guys pop on there.
Yeah. This is a great time for NXT athletes and to turn WWE around. I think in a month or two, this tournament at Survivor Series will either send WWE in the right direction, or it's just going to be painful. You know what I mean? I think they have to decide. And another shout out on Google Plus, Bullet Club Biggs is listening to us, so I appreciate it. Much love. All right, and once again, I'm really sorry about YouTube and the live comments. I'm going to hit up a couple YouTube employees. They're going to lie to me, and then we're never going to have comments again. And eventually, Hangouts are going to end, and we'll have to change the way we do this show. And I just hate the fact.
We have to go back to Skype, baby.
Well, listen. Can I have a moment here, YouTube employee? Dear YouTube, hear me out. Bring Google Hangouts to YouTube with live comments. Problem solved. Problem staying solved. I know, like, dude, I've never seen a company divorce itself so hard in its life. Ever in my life. You are unprofessional fucks, and you're fucking over the users for no reason at all. And, dude, I can't wait to meet my next YouTube employee at one of these internet conference bullshits. Because, dude, whoever I talk to next, it's not going to be pretty. Because you are horrible. You should be making the experience better. Not ripping them off with loans and red and all that shit. Don't be fucking dirty. If you're gonna be dirty, at least do good things too. And eliminating Google Hangouts fucks so many live podcasters. Fuck you. All right. Forsaken on Google Plus says, "Damn it, Kane. Your kangaroos are always getting injured or injuring others. Hashtag team injuries." Yeah, I'm not in first place anymore, Boom Boom. The kangaroos are slipping, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch out my guy because Seth Rollins is on the screaming antelopes.
oh, that's horrible. That's horrible fantasy wrestling.
That's a huge deal for me.
All right. All right. We'll just wrap it up with our last statements. LK. Oh, no, we'll go birthday boy. We'll go birthday boy last since it's his big day. LK, you are up the latest right now, time-wise. So what are your last comments, and plug something while you're at it.
Technically, I'm up the earliest because it's 4 a.m., so I'm an early bird today.
Ohio.
I'm up the latest. Don't worry, I'm still yet to sleep. No, I hope it's a good thing, but it's still real, and I just zero faith will turn out bad. I just hope they do qualifiers. I hope they don't do what they always do and just say, like for instance, the King of the Ring. It was just he's in there, he's in there, he's in there. No, look, say there's 4 quarterfinals, 2 semis, and the final at Survivor Series. That's 8 people. Then you can have 8 qualifiers on Raw for the next 2 weeks to get you interested in Raw, and you can have some emotional investment in the match. And a couple of weeks ago with the Fatal 4-Way gimmick where they did for the number one contendership, I liked how they did qualifiers for that. So hopefully they go the qualifying route because they're always interesting matches. And I'm just curious to see where they're going, and kind of, maybe the mid-carders will up their game, and someone like a Cesaro, Ziggler, and Owens will fucking burst into the scene. But
I don't think it's on the mid-carders. I think it's on creative. I think all those mid-carders can take the ball and run.
Exactly, but will they be able to take if they get a chance, I guess. But some of them, like an Owens, how's he going to react in a spot like that? Like a Cesaro, it's all well and good him being on the pre-show and having the best match, but when you're on that main event of a Survivor Series pay-per-view live on the network, we don't know how it'll be. Fingers crossed he'll be fine. Fingers crossed. But anyway, you can find me on pressing.me. Booms, you said Smarker Mark at the start. I thought Dave Koch was going to go on a fucking 5-minute
it's okay. I don't hate people that much. I've never met anyone that's accomplished so little and have such a giant ego. And I worked in indie pro wrestling.
So, Booms, you refer to me as LK from the pressing.me from now on, not from Spark Mark Radio Network, before I get absolutely massacred from Dave over there.
Nah, it's okay. I really don't hold grudges. Like, I'm as long as you just come back and say, "Oh, dude, I was an asshole," I'm like, "All right, cool, come on back." If you work in entertainment, news, and all that, you can't hold grudges. You can make fun of people, but you can't really hold grudges. Mm-hmm. Booms knows in news. He was like, you can't hold grudges in news. You can be like, you fucking. Like, it was so funny, too, because, like, I'll just tell a quick old man story. Me and Randy Harris gave me my big break. But before that, I was like Eric Bischoff. I was on the fucking radio, be like, "Fuck you, Randy Harris. You suck my dick." I'm being over-exaggerated. He invites me to a ball game, and like he exactly knows how like the business works. He's like, "Yeah, you want to come on board? Here's $8 trillion." Okay, that number was over-exaggerated, but you get the idea. And I was like, "Wow, okay, cool." But all that shit I said, he's like, "Oh, it's radio. It's like you were number 2 in the market." And now, it's just like, yeah, you talk shit because I was number 1, you're number 2, now we're just going to pay you to be part of our show. Welcome aboard. That's how radio works. All right, LK, go ahead. Promote your stuff, pal.
You can find me on pressing.me where you can find all our stuff. The VIP section on there, 50 pence a month. Sign up now. A shout out to Joe. I have no clue someone signed up called Joe. I don't want to read out their second name because it's not my business, but whoever it is, thank you very much. You're a great person, and I hope you enjoy the VIP content. I did fix the Superstars review that I did with Jermaine Johnson from IZW, which was I enjoyed that show a lot. 50 minutes talking about Superstars. That's a fucking detailed podcast for you there. But I enjoyed having Jermaine Johnson on there, so if you're a fan of him, check him out at Jermaine About Me on Twitter. I think hit him up. He recently had a match with Charlie Haas for an NWA show, so check him out. He was nice enough to promote my VIP, so I'm nice enough to promote him.
Awesome. And Kayfabe Connection, at Kayfabe Connection, another podcaster. We got to talk this son of a gun into posting his podcast on .me and get him on the show. We're like, come on, let's go. We're a family. PWME, we're like NWO of nerds. So basically we're NWO after Virgil. He puts hashtag Triple H MSG Pop, and then he has a meme with earplugs. It says, "We're all going to need earplugs for the deafening pop Seth Rollins is going to get when he returns." Yeah, I'm going to pop for him. I love Seth Rollins. I think sometimes he pulled on a little bit too much of the cowardly act, but when he wasn't too much of a coward, like he had the right range, I thought he was amazing. And I love him as an athlete and as a wrestler. But yeah, that should be interesting. All right, boop ba boom, boop ba doom. And let's see. I appreciate all the likes. Much love. Oh, that's cool. So someone big in the wrestling business liked our podcast. I don't know if I should plug him, but appreciate it. Boop ba boop, boop ba doom. And I think that's it. I think we're done. As far as my plug goes, ProWrestling.me, KocoSports.net, of course. But I'm doing a Let's Play. I got to get into it more. And I was expecting more of you guys to jump aboard. I was like, wow, I got, 6,000 plus subscribers on Koco Sports. I'll play video games, and I'll get 1,000 of those guys to jump aboard. Yeah, like 10 of you's jumped aboard. You're like, fuck you, you're not talking wrestling. I'm like, it hurts so bad. So I'll try to. I gotta do a better signature. That's will be my prize this weekend. I gotta put a lot of marketing together for .me and recruit people, and a lot of behind the scenes work will be going on this weekend to hopefully better this family. But if you could, if you like me, just talk about anything on RBI Baseball. You can leave comments. Check out Koco Plays. It's a Let's Play. You know what? It was very humbling, by the way, because I was so cocky. I was like, I got 6,000 subscribers. 1,000 of them will definitely jump over. I was that confident, and like 10 people jumped over, and I was like, all right, I see what's going on. I'm not as cool. I am Mikey on Google Plus just came in. He says, love you guys. Fuck YouTube for those comments still being disabled. Yeah. I don't know what to do, man. I don't. It just sucks because we are not that popular in the YouTube scheme of things, but we still get to meet with YouTube employees. We still get to talk to them. And it just sucks that they lie to you and don't care about their users. It's you know what it is? A long time ago, when you worked with YouTube, it felt like you were a team. Now it feels like, oh, to be successful, you have to use YouTube, and it's so easy. Why wouldn't you use YouTube? But then they just keep fucking with you, dude. It's like, it's just ridiculous. It's just, and I know a lot more famous YouTubers than me. And it's just like, no, it's a us versus them. It's not a good relationship. And if you get a lot of famous YouTubers and ask them, yeah, they'll be like, no, fucking YouTube sucks. It's just everyone's here. And I just wish they would do stuff. It's just so simple. How hard is it to bring Google Hangouts to YouTube and Google Plus, still have your divorce, and have live comments? The reason they're doing it is because they want you to stop using Google Plus. But it's like, no, it's so convenient. The YouTube live streaming sucks unless you're playing with yourself on a live stream video games. No, just bring Hangouts. Keep Hangouts the way they fucking always were, or bring it to YouTube. Hey, oh yeah, go check out Koco Plays on YouTube. Boom Boom, happy birthday again. 2 shows on your birthday, Boom Boom. You are a dedicated man. Seriously, when you went to your wife and said, hey, listen, honey, I got to come home early because I want to do a podcast with the guys, how much did she look at you like I married the biggest fucking nerd in the world? Because I get that look all the time with my wife.
Well, I don't have to be doing that for her to give me that look. That's completely unrelated to this. Usually when I'm doing all these podcasts, she's asleep anyway. She's going to bed. She gets up and works super early in the morning. So when she's doing when I'm doing this, she's asleep. So hell, she don't care. Okay, as far as parting thoughts, let's see here. Seth Rollins. I think it was great that WWE took a chance and put the title on him at Mania, especially the way they did with the reaction that Roman Reigns was getting. I hate the way he was booked. I will agree that there is a cowardly heel, but there are certain limits, and they went past that. I mean, it was bad at points, but when he was on. He was by far probably him and Dolph, probably him and Ziggler, and I think more so Seth Rollins is probably the best conditioned athlete WWE has. I mean, he routinely wrestled 2 matches in a night. Let's see, and as far as the tournament goes, now WWE has a decision to make. They can either push somebody new and lift all the hopes of everybody in that locker room, or they can call back John Cena early, or they can have Sheamus cash in Money in the Bank and get it, and they can or put it on Reigns and just virtually crush all hopes of everybody on that undercard.
I would throw Del Rio in crushing hopes too. Let's be honest. If Del Rio wins, who gives a shit?
Yeah, true. But I think they just really need. This is an opportunity for them, and I think they can send a message of, okay, you know what, we're going to buckle down. If you work your ass off, you can get your shot. You can carry this company. You can lead. You can go forward. Or it can be, oh shit, we don't know what to do. Let's default to dun 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 dun. You know, that's just where they're going with it.
All right, LK, we got a comment here. It's just for LK because everyone else will say 0%. LK, what is the percentage Kane walks out with the title after the tournament? Percentage.
Depends if I'm booking it or not. No. I don't even think he'll be in the tournament. I think he'll be doing his stuff with Taker and the Wyatt family.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be Undertaker and friends versus the Wyatt family.
All right. Boom Boom, wrap us up.
I want to tell everybody to join us at prowrestling.me, prowrestling.me, not a .com, it's a .me. It's the Facebook of professional wrestling fans. We've got a lot of good stuff on there. Of course, we constantly follow breaking news there, which you can read stuff like this about the Rollins injury. We also have links to videos, links to all our podcasts, blogs, some of which are written by members of the Internet Infantry.
I just want to give a special shout out to Brutal Brit. Hopefully we can get him on in a Fave 5. He's just been, you know, when we start a community, the early members are so important. And Brutal Brit has been busting his ass jumping on early, especially when it comes to the blog section.
Oh, absolutely. And let's see. God, who else is, Zachary. He's been writing a ton of blogs. He's been on the forums, so thank him for jumping in on that. Also through prowrestling.me, you can sign up for LK's VIP section, which is 50 pence, which is still under $1 here in the U.S., so it's worth checking out. We've got our gimmick table, which you can buy a KocoSports.com T-shirt. I mean, it's just a fun place to be. Why wouldn't you want to go there? So be sure to check it out.
We're hoping to make it a great pro wrestling community where it can help other people grow. You know, we're trying to make every section. There's a section for Let's Players. There's a section for podcasters. There's a section to even sell stuff. You know, there's a lot of great communities out there, but we're trying to make it where there's not as many rules. We have some rules because, surprise, surprise, people will take advantage of anything. But we're trying to make it as little rules, and the prowrestling.me community grows, but you grow with it. So that's what we're trying to accomplish there, and we're trying to get a lot more people on board, and hopefully we'll have a hard launch by the end of the year, but we're trying to get those pioneer members because even Twitter, Facebook, even the big guys, those pioneer members are the most important. So please check it out and go check it out today. Boom Boom, happy birthday.
Thank you.
LK tapped out. Happy good day. I don't know where I was going with that. All right, Boom Boom. Happy birthday, pal. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry about the comments. Like I said, that's all on YouTube and Google, and hopefully they fix it, but they probably never will. Yeah, I think that's it. KocoSports.net, ProWrestling.me, Koco plays. Booms, you never get to promote anything. You got any projects going down in the hood? I got a book coming out in February. What do you got project-wise? Boom, but what is this? You got a career and you just go to work and make money. That's not what life's about. Life's about going from project to project to fail. Are you doing NaNoWriMo?
Nope. I'm going to say if you happen to live in the Richmond area, please watch my weekend morning shows. All I can really fucking say at this point.
All right, Booms, me and you are going to have to write that horror book so we have something to sell at the end.
Yeah,
so you can become rich and become billionaires. Step 1, talk about pro wrestling on YouTube. Step 2, sell a book. Step 3, become billionaires. That's how it worked for Zuckerberg, and I think that's how Donald Trump made all his money, right?
Exactly.
Started off on YouTube talking pro wrestling.
Wrote a book and then became a billionaire.
Exactly. So and then we can run for president. Probably more you than me, but we'll see. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much, Internet Infantry, ProWrestling.me, KocoSports.net, Koco Plays, LK, Boom Boom. Happy birthday to Boom Boom. With that, I am over. Ba, 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 ba.